Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, Hey, good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Listen, good morning, damn near good afternoon to ye. Listen, I had a power outage in the neighborhood, so I couldn't do the show on time. Damn. But in the words of Maya Angelou, and still I rise. And we here. Salute, how y'all feeling on this wonderful Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. The blackout don't stop nothing. Yeah, we a little bit later, but yeah, we putting on the show. You figured deal me, and still I rise. And guess what? I'm blessed, and I hope you feeling blessed, just as blessed, because guess what? We are able to inhale, exhale, and make this day a spectacular day. You feel me? Because there's people that didn't make it to see the day, so you better count everything and anything joy. You hear me? Count it all joy and make the day the best day ever. And while you at it, you better plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see mañana, you make it an even better day than the day. With that being said, who am I? I'm Big Phil Speaks. What is this, the Good Morning Gang morning show? Who is it brought to you by? Myself and that good GMG, Good Morning Gang. Listen, how y'all feeling today? Yeah, who in the building? I know we running late. Do me a favor, share this live. Tell a friend that we in the building, late but still here. Tag or share with 1 to 7 of your friends. Put it on your profile. Put it in your stories. Put it on your X, your Twitters, your Snaps, wherever. Let them know the Good Morning Gang morning show is here, about to get busy. Listen, Polo Dolo, I see you. Riding solo from that Kansas City way. Dana Mac from that Alabama way. Connie Batiste, hey, is in the building. Lam Reed, whoa, Big Lam. Michelangelo, TKBS Nation. GMG, Bree in the place to be. C187, salute. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby is in the building. Huh? Tiffany, good morning to ye. I see you. Peep Scheme, Wagwan, brethren. Huh? Who else we got in here? Flo. Hey, Flowetry. Make them say yes. Oh, she's in the building. I see you. Red Face, salute. Whoop. Who in here? Creole Cupcakes is in the building, huh? Shemaine Wright. Good morning to ye. Miss Scat Pack Skirt. She pulled up in the building. Yes, she's in the building. Himothy said the GMG enforcer is here. Salute to that there. You hear me? Charlie Hustle is in the building. Good morning, huh? Who else we got in here? Tavy, I see you over here. You need to be over here on the YouTube. Mona Lisa, come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? No other place than where you should be. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I got to represent for the home team. Got to do that for the area. Listen, who else in the building? Listen, y'all stop being shy and bring that ass on over to the goddamn YouTube, huh? Because we about to get this morning show giz on. You hear me? That part there. Hopefully, let me make sure I get that in position right. Pause. No diddy. Listen, today we going to freestyle it just a little bit because some things that I wanted to do got discombobulated because of the outage and all that, but it's all good. Hey, Phil, didn't I tell you? Don't be late no more. Hey, hey, Timothy, you better tell God and the powers that be of the electrical situation. You know what I'm saying? Don't be having no blackouts in my neighborhood then, because I couldn't do it. You said the DP coming soon. That's crazy. Listen, how are y'all feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Y'all know what I like to say. By now, some of y'all, hopefully, a lot of y'all on your way to work, at work. Some of y'all are coming home from work. Some of y'all, unfortunately, are out of work. And some of y'all are clickety, clack, 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 looking for work. Whatever the case may be, or if you're looking across the room at your boo-boo bun thing, significant, insignificant other, or your spouse, and you like, damn, girl. Or ladies, y'all like, terrible. I'm ready to put in work. Listen, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you right and ready. That part right there. Hey, Regan Queen, come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Yeah, baby. It's a hot one out here today. I know it's 90-something degrees already in my area. I don't know what it's doing where y'all at, up north, down south, out west, but the sun is sunning, huh? And you need to be somewhere where it's funning, yeah, by some water, huh? Or under some AC. Listen to me. Before I go any further, y'all see the title. We on episode, what is it, 262 of them things. 262 of them things. There will be wars and rumors of wars. Those that know what I'm talking about. Listen, there's a lot going on today. The peeps get you bugged out. That's a fact. The Berg salute. He says, stay hydrated out this mug. Natzilla, what's good? Come on over to the good YouTube. Red Face said it's 86 here in the yay. Listen, all right. Listen, that's not quite as bad, but depending on what the humidity level is like, you know what I'm saying, it might push it through the roof. Wavy Crockett, salute. What's goody like the mob? Listen, we in the building. Before I go any further though, I shared it on my shared it as a reel on IG. I shared it on Twitter's, aka X, and I want to share it here too. Listen. It's been a lot of promises given and a lot of bullshiggery that has happened. Rich, what's goody like the mob? Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Huh? But I want to share this with y'all and get y'all opinion on it, huh? Especially in light of everything that's going on. My God.
I will end the war in Ukraine. Bullshit. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East. Bullshit. And I will prevent World War III from happening. Bullshit. And you have no idea how close we are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. Hey, Frumpage Frump. That should be your middle name. A bullshit. It should be no J in there. It should be a bullshit. Because everything you've been saying been a bunch of bullshit. Shout out to that little fella in the car seat. Huh? A bullshit. Listen, what time the show starts? I'm late. No, Mumble Songs, I'm just getting started. I had a blackout in the area where I was at, so I couldn't get going at my normal time or whatever, but I persevered and still I'm here. You hear me? Dana Mac said, well, I'm here for it. I ain't been around. Yes, indeed. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball. You know the rest of the story. Welcome to the show. Listen, hey, Redface, I'm just saying, the Bama, Frumpy Frump, President Frump, has been making promises and things all along before he was elected and after being elected. And he's held true to some of the messed up ones, but the ones like such as what he was just talking, Seem like we might be going down a slippery slope, huh? Seems like we might be going to a place of no return, huh? Seems like, man, things might be up and it's stuck. Pause. No, Diddy. I hope not. I hope things can be peaceably handled, reverted, stopped, put a pause on it, halted. You know what I'm saying? I hope that things can go that route, but man, oh man. What I want to know, right? And later on in the show, I'm gonna open up the floor for Ask GMG or Ask Big Phil Speaks, and just make it one of those type of mornings. But there's a lot going on, and by now, unless you sitting under a rock or something, or you've been on a remote island with no internet access, or whatever the case may be, you know that the United States has attacked the allegedly. Let me pull my band up. 3 nuclear plants or sites in Iran, allegedly in retaliation for an attack that Iran took on Israel. Allegedly in response to Israel and attacks that they did to Iran earlier this year. Allegedly, all of it's allegedly, right? Because we don't know what the real truth is, what the real motives is, what the hell is really going on, because it ain't in our backyard. But what we do know is the U.S. is put on a super duper cape, but ain't caping for its own people, huh? We gonna talk about that in a little bit. We gonna talk about that in a little bit. Peep Scheme said, I'm moving to Argentina, then to Antarctica. Listen, all I'm going to say is this, right? All I'm going to say is this, right? A lot of people had their thoughts and comments about Kamala Harris and what she would or would not do. But here we are, right? Here we are with the other candidate, the one who became president again, who told you all kinds of crazy things and ideas that he was going to implement, some of which he has done, some of which he ain't did shit, and some of which he lied about not doing and is now doing that maybe at the detriment of us all when it comes to global commerce, the things we like to buy and purchase, gas, food, electricity, housing, safety, and all these things, right? We are at a place, in a space, in a time where things can go so left or they can go so right. And we stuck in the middle. Pause. We're stuck in the middle of it all, not knowing what tomorrow will be like. Redface said, get ready for $7 a gallon for gas. You better try $10 a gallon. Good God. Get ready for eggs, $100. Good God. Leon Walker, Mile High, True Religion, OTF. What's up, nephew? Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Huh? We're in a place in time to where there's a lot of uncertainty, right? And a lot of fear mongering is going to be going on. A lot of people with that want to know answers. A lot of people that don't know if it's safe to even go out of their houses or homes, apartments, condos, tents, hell. You know what I'm saying? We got to assure people that yea though we do not know what tomorrow may bring, we are not to operate or live within fear. We are not to do that. It has been written and foretold that certain things must happen, that certain things will happen, certain things will be placed before us as actual things to take place prophetically, and also some things that are meant to be an illusion to get people riled up, thinking that certain things prophetically are happening. All I'm gonna say is this: pay attention, live with your eyes open. Sleep is for the weary. Get you some rest, but stay full awake. I know y'all hate the cliche slogan, stay woke. This is a time in which you need to stay woke. This is a time where you need to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm not just talking about through popular outlets and news outlets and popular reporters, but you need to tap into some underground reporting and get some grassroots and ground root information on a lot of these things, both sides of the coins. Both sides of the coin, because it's your story, my story, and then somewhere in the middle there's the truth, right? We got to pay attention. We got to have some real talks with our families, our loved ones that live with us across the country. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even out of the country, to get an understanding that just in case, what if there's an emergency? What's up, Leon Walker? Come on over to the good YouTube. Just in case there's an emergency to where we need to get to you, you need to get to me, we got to get to or we got to get the hell out of Dodge. You feel me? Because with all these things going on and these attacks happening, if you think there are not certain individuals that are probably already here on our soil waiting to act up, you better wake the hell up. What's up, Jola? What's goody like the mob? Dog in the yard, what's goody like the mob? Jola, whoa. What I'm going to say is this. You just make sure you pay attention. Make sure you have your ducks in a row, your affairs in order. And I ain't going to say go out here and run and just stock up on everything, because we're not going to live in fear. But if your budget allows, it is good to have a couple things, maybe a couple canned goods, some couple items, things to where you can be prepared in case what? In case the electrical grid goes out, in case they push us into martial law because we can't move around because it ain't safe to move around, or because they doing some other shit. For those that have arms, to prepare yourself and prepare your arms to be of service for your family, maybe for your neighborhood and your community. Understand, we are in a time and a place that it's a lot of things going on. A lot of things. The Real the Saga, what's up? I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over. I'm going to just say it like this. I'm never going to live in fear, and I implore you not to live in fear neither. Don't let it worry you about the times we are entering into, or what may come, because things are going to happen. Just like the serenity prayer, pray to God, grant you the courage to deal with the things that you need to deal with, and the peace. And I'm paraphrasing, to have an understanding and a ease of mind on the things that you can't. Because all worrying is going to do is eat you up from the inside out, have you going cuckoo crazy and running around chasing your tail. And this ain't a time to be chasing your tail. This ain't a time to be lollygagging. This ain't a time for the bullshiggery, as I like to say, huh? You said best believe the draft is coming back. And I saw that coming too, Jola, when they reinstated the selective service, something that they said that they would never bring back, something we were promised as U.S. citizens that they would never bring back, but yet still it is here. Understand that. Exactly, Phil. Like life is life, and just got to live. That's a fact of Mundo, Dana Mac. But don't live foolishly. Don't live foolishly. Be prepared for any and all things, or whatever the case may be. Youngins, YNs, as they might want to call themselves, street dudes, ruffians, those that think they thugging. This might be the time for you to get ready. This might be the time for you to get ready, because you might be needed, much needed in your neighborhoods. You done bust your gun, you done shot your shot, you done some dumb things for nothing. Now you must, well, I gonna say must. Now there's a possibility that you might be needed for something more righteous for your own families and your own communities. I'm just going to say that, and I'm going to leave that alone. However, what I will say is this: just gain a sense of understanding, be knowledgeable, be wise in your thoughts and or your movements, And most importantly, do not walk around living in fear. Do not allow yourself to be so scared of the world and things going on locally, domestically, and internationally that you just in your closet or in your room scared to come out. You must go on living as usual, but live woke. Live woke, live with an understanding that it's very real outside. And this president that we have has pushed us or put us in a place of some very real things that could take place, whether it be war, whether it be terroristic activities, whether it be backlash, whether it be riots, revolts, revolutions, whether it be a number of things, both here on our soil and in others, on international soil, foreign soil. We have to operate and understand that none of us are promised tomorrow, first and foremost. But while we here, we got to make it the best situation as possible and deal with things as they come. And some of us as grew up in such a way that we know how to improvise. We know how to pause, bob and weave and deal with the punches being thrown. Take a couple, give a couple. You get what I'm saying? Some of us know how to deal with that. Some of y'all ain't used to that. So y'all gonna have to adjust the most. But for everybody, I mean everybody, we have to move with an understanding that there's a lot going on. Hey, Sugar Ray. Hey, Dr. Cheryl Ray Reed. Come on over to the YouTube. Jay Beverly. We have to understand that there's a lot going on in this day and time that will have us unsure about a many number of things. But the one thing you can be assured of, God said he will not put nothing on you or place nothing on you that you can't bear. And I know that sounds so cliche. I feel you BSing. I don't want to hear about that. I understand something. No matter how hard it get, how heavy it get, there's a reason for it. There's a plan involved, and there's a way through it. And just know that you the signs are on the wall for you to prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself literally and figuratively in your homes and in your neighborhoods. Not saying, oh, a war is about to happen or a war is happening, because it very well could be. But just to be alert and ready in case things get hectic. Start Googling different routes and things to get away from your house if you got to get to a loved one or get to another area of the country. Start Googling and writing down, start Googling and printing out copies of directions to get from, say, I'm in the DC area, say to get from DC to California, if you got to get to California, DC to Texas, DC to wherever, hell, Montana, wherever, right? But print out copies of that. Why? Because guess what? If the electricity go out, what you gonna have? If the grid go out and you can't even get cellular service, what you gonna do? Google ain't gonna work then. I come from a day and time where you had to read a map. You had to learn how to listen and take directions and read directions. Turn left here at approximately how many feet? Turn right here. Take the third left. Go off the first ramp. Go to exit such and such. Go to mile marker. Whoop whoop whoop, and do this, that, and the third. You have to get to a place of discomfort, I would say, because it's comfort to pick up your phone. It's comfort to pick up your phone and have your GPS says turn right in 100 yards. It's a comfort to do that. It's a comfort to go ahead and beep, 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 and be able to get those directions. But you never know what tomorrow may bring. So if you don't get yourself prepared mentally to deal with things in case things happen, what you gonna do if the power goes out? It doesn't come back on for days at a time. What you gonna do if travel is restricted beyond whether you got a real ID or not? What are you gonna do if there is an invasion on our soil? What are you gonna do if certain cities or certain national functions and or places are attacked? What are you gonna do? You gonna sit home biting your fingers like, oh, the world is coming to an end. No, 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 no. It ain't that time for that. It ain't time for that. It'll be more. You'll do yourself and your family a disservice if you sitting there panicking in a moment of a definite need to do something. In a moment, in a time of a definite need to do something. And if you think for a minute that them folks overseas, Iran and maybe a couple of them other countries ain't gonna want to do something or try something, especially some of the groups that are either tied to them or come from out of that region, you think they not gonna try something at some point? Whether it be today, tomorrow, next week, a year from now, whatever the case may be. The best thing you could do is be prepared. Phil, I will be lost because I don't know east, west, north, or south. Hey, Bree, if I was you, I'd start learning while the learning is available. To keep it a buck, I would start learning while the learning is available. Because what you don't want to do is be in a position that you got to learn behind the 8 ball, learn behind a blackout, or learn behind controversy or a national emergency. That's the worst time to want to learn some things. Now, that's not no judgment because guess what? Some of us fall short in various areas when it comes to getting around or whatever because we've become so accustomed to these cell phones and things, these smartphones. These smartphones have made us dumb in some ways or whatever the case may be. But listen, it ain't too late. Long as you can open your eyes, long as you can inhale and exhale, as long as power is on, long as you can research some things, long as you can see, ingest, take in, become knowledgeable in some things, it's not too late to sew up those deficiencies or those areas in life that you might be faltering from or not so, adequate in. America has enough tunnels underneath us, but the tunnels that they got underneath us don't mean we can get in them. Don't mean it was meant for us to get in. Understand that. Bree, learn it like this. Never eat shredded north, east, southwest. Oh, that's a good acronym. Hey, blessed Mel. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to ye. TT Duncan, third nana. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube if you would. Listen, my thing is this. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. No matter whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Christian, or a couple other religious or spiritual denominations or backgrounds or whatever, or affiliations, things have been written and foretold. There's some things, if you do believe that you will know and understand that at some point in time, it's going to happen. But it also speaks to there will be wars and there will be rumors of wars. But they said, fear not, the end is not here. And I'm paraphrasing on the back part. But it basically says, have no fear, the end is not here yet. There are some things that need to take place to kind of solidify when the end of times is done and all these things or whatever. However, I'm doing all right, blessed Mel, thank you. However, in the interim, just because it ain't the end of the world or in the days, just yet, don't mean that bullshittery ain't coming and a whole lot of mess ain't coming or won't visit you at your door, and you have to be ready to do something about it. You have to be in practical survival mode, not in panicking survival mode, but practical survival mode, meaning learn some things so that when and if, God forbid, when and if an emergency happens here on U.S. soil or whatever the case may be, you'll be well versed as to what to do, and you can move out in such to where you're not panicking. Like the immediate emergency of it might have you flustered, but you check yourself. Pow, okay, get it together. Baby, get this. Kids, y'all get this. Y'all get da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's get to the car if we got to go somewhere else. Or if we got to hunker down, where we at, y'all know where this is at. Y'all know where that's at. Y'all grab this, you grab that. And, we'll take watch and da-da-da-da-da. Whatever the case may be. I'm not here to get you scared or have you I'm not here to do that, but I'm here to say that in times like this and days like this and in situations like this, we have to be not weary. We have to be how can I say vigilant to our own betterment, meaning we have to be willing to do some things to better our situations or keep our situations intact or make the best of situations when they go afoul or go astray or whatever the case may be. Huh? I'm when and where's the barbecue? Rich, we talk about some other things right now, huh? You talking about a damn barbecue? Say now. But yeah, I'm not gonna stay here forever, or whatever the case may be. But I do want y'all to understand that there's some very serious things are going on, and I know we all been tuned into the Diddy trial and to, you know what I'm saying, all these other things. But you better pay attention to what's going on, both on your soil and across the world, because it could have an impact on everything you love to do and every freedom that you think that is free. Understand that, whether it be gas, food, clothes items, luxury items, traveling, all the things. Be careful, but yet be very vigilant and understand that things can change just like that. I'm glad I learned how to hunt and fish as a kid. Surviving off the land is key in emergency situations. That's a fact, Wavy Crockett. That's a fact. The Diddy child is an important comparison to war that our actual country is going into. Huh? Everyone should be careful with large crowds during 4th of July. Now, that's a fact. That's a fact. If you know anything about a lot of, because I've seen some things where there's been some talks about Hamas, I believe is saying that they got sleeper cells in America, whatever the case may be. This is a time you might not want to be in big ass crowds at big ass events. This might be the time when you might not want to just be around national monuments and locations and historical places. Right now might be a time where you just want to chillax. You know what I'm saying? I know 4th of July is coming and the fireworks and all these things, but some of them things, God forbid, just might not be fireworks this time around. You never know. You feel me? So you have to do your due diligence. Get educated, stay woke. I know y'all hate that term, stay woke, and just get a sense of preparedness just in case things go wrong or just in case things, go awry. I do have something for y'all to listen to or whatever the case may be. Hey Jazz, hey Forex, Karen, y'all come on over to the good YouTube for y'all to listen to that's coming from the other side of the world in regards to the things that have happened in Iran. Y'all take a look, and I'm gonna open the floor in a second to get your thoughts on all this and other things. Whether you want to ask me a question or two, or you want to expound on what we've been talking about. You feel me?
While President Trump was elected on a platform of putting an end to America's costly involvement of forever wars in our part of the world, he has betrayed not only Iran by abusing our commitment to diplomacy, but also deceived his own voters by submitting to the wishes of a wanted war criminal who has grown accustomed to exploiting the lives and wealth of American citizens to further the Israeli regime's objectives. The US act of aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities constitutes not only a flagrant breach of the UN Charter, especially the prohibition of the use of force under Article 2, Paragraph 4, and the obligation to respect the state's territorial integrity and sovereignty, but also a violation of UN Security Council Resolution 2231. It cannot be emphasized enough how much of a devastating blow that the US, a permanent member of the Security Council, has dealt to the global non-proliferation regime.
Listen, with the things that have taken place, there's a lot of people up in excuse me, up in arms. And I'm not just talking about foreign nationals and countries or whatever the case may be, but here on our soil, there's a lot of people in the House and the Senate and other places that feel away at the actions and that have been taken and the way that those actions have been taken or whatever the case may be. Heavy is the head that heavy is the man, heavy is the head that wears the crown or whatever the case may be. So somebody in the position of presidency and their cabinet and their advisors and all these have a lot of things that they have to deal with and a lot of weight placed on their back when it comes to protecting its people, both here and abroad. However, a lot of people are not feeling the way that this went down, and a lot of people are feeling away. And some people are calling for impeachment on the grounds of this alone. Let's not talk about the other things that he may have done or may have not done since he's been in this new presidential term or whatever. And like Connie Baptiste said, he's only been in office 6 months, and it feels like he's been around been around for 4 years already. It's a rock and a hard place. And then I want y'all to pay attention to this big head so and so, right? This is who Trump put in place to be in charge of terrorism prevention. Little big head, some of them are. Let me pull it up just a little bit. Big head, some of them are. This dude, it says, as our nation girds for possible Iranian terrorist attacks, this is the person Trump put in charge of terrorism prevention. 22 years old, recent work history, landscaping and a grocery clerk. Never worked a day in counter-terrorism, but he's a big Trump fan, so he got the job. This is the bullshiggery. This is the type of bullshiggery that we got to deal with. That you know what I'm saying? That we like some of the people, even with Elon Musk. Elon Musk was not suited to be in the position that he was given, the little office he was given, and it showed. Thus, the reason why he was removed or whatever the case may be. And Frumpy Frump, I knew they wasn't gonna last. I knew their little relationship, their little lover, homie, friend relationship wasn't gonna last because Frumpy Frump said when he was running that he was against electrical vehicles, and that's one of Elon Musk's bread and butters. So how is that relationship going to sustain itself when supposedly Frumpy Trump is dead set against electrical vehicles and such, that he want to like really put more emphasis and effort in the gas powered vehicles, etc. Make it make sense, right? So a lot of his movements and his actions don't hold common sense, or don't hold how can I say, don't seem to come from a right mind, right? But then you'll have those like, oh yeah, I likes him because he, at least he's shooting from the hip. But is he shooting from the hip? Like the video I played earlier, he said that he was going to avert wars. He was going to stop this and stop that and stop the Ukrainian war and stop this. Yet the Ukrainian-Russian thing still going on. Yet he just sanctioned and they took out a hit on 3 nuclear sites in allegedly in Iran, which could start World War III or something there like, or whatever the case may be. So is he really telling it like it is? All of y'all people that are so enamored by this battle. Does it make sense? Let us not forget Trump made this move without congressional approval. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I'm talking about. That's why people are looking to get him impeached on that alone. Never can a president do that, huh? Mm. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube, be a part of the conversation. Why not? Come on over. Listen, I'm not gonna stay on this too much longer. I'm gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving. But if y'all got any comments, whether you're for or against anything that I've said, or if you want to ask Big Phil a question about anything, life, love, the pursuit of happiness, liberty, and freedom, whatever, come holler at your boy. You feel me? Let me see where we at here. Let me again, ladies. a late show. There was a blackout in my area, so I wasn't able online. There was no online for me. The lights was off. And here I'm talking about we have to be prepared, right? I woke up not prepared for that because I woke up waiting, biting at the chomping at the bit, pause to do the morning show with everything that's been going on. I was ready. But sometimes life be life and it throw you a curveball and you got to learn how to adjust and make it do what it do, baby. And still I rise. And we here. We late, but we here. It's too many civilians who never touch the uniform or will ever touch a uniform that's so ready to go to war. But everybody gets quiet when a possible draft gets thrown around. Talk about it. Talk about it, Wavy Crockett. Talk about it, brother. Listen, there's a lot of fake ass, tough ass army military, patriot ass niggas that swear they ready for the situation, but they ain't ready for nothing like this. This would be something unprecedented. This would be something unprecedented, unprecedented in my lifetime. I'm about to be 53 years old. I think it would be something unprecedented in your grandparents and great grandparents' lifetime if things escalate and really go to where they could go. This would be something highly unprecedented. And to all these people that are gun ho and gun happy and all these things or whatever the case may be, it sound good. It sound good till things get real. It sound good to when your family members crying because they lights ain't on, their refrigerators ain't working, and food ain't plentiful no more, and they got to find a way to live. And let's keep it 100. Hey, Queena, let me tell you, when things if things I'm not wishing it on nobody. I damn sure ain't wishing it on me and mine. But if things go awry, there's a lot of people that don't know how to survive past what's in their refrigerator, what's in their microwave, or what they can do, the convenience of a DoorDash, Instacart, or one of these other places, or Uber, or Lyft, or whatever the case may be, or their GPS on their phone. They can't live past that. They don't know how to pick up a phone and dial 7 to 10 digits because you're not memorizing the numbers no more to be able to reach out to your loved ones. So that's another thing. I would say start learning how to take directions, find out different routes to get to your loved ones or get to someplace safe that you deem safe, and print out when you got to go to a public library or wherever to print out those directions so you can have it on hand. You get what I'm saying? Write down your loved ones' contact information, addresses, phone numbers, or whatever the case may be. Tell them to do the same thing with you. Form a contingency plan in case something goes wrong in life to where y'all got to meet somewhere along the road somewhere or at somewhere that you all know where to meet up at. Because believe it or not, a lot of families are stretched out across the country or whatever the case may be, and things might come. It might come a time when we all might need to come together as family, just families. Now we ain't even talking about community, but just as families, and we need to have contingency to put those possibilities in motion or whatever the case may be. It won't be a time for pride. It won't be a time for ego. It'll be a time, God forbid, of surviving and getting past a thing or two, and riding this storm out wherever it may go. Whether it lasts a couple days or a couple years or a couple centuries, we have to put some things in place to see that we are able to sustain through it all. Because if them refrigerators go out, what y'all gonna do? How y'all gonna eat, huh? Some of y'all ain't got enough canned goods in your pantry or in your cabinet to sustain past a day, maybe a couple. What you gonna do? Most of y'all ain't never hunted a day in your life. Some of y'all ain't never fished nothing. Some of y'all ain't never been outside for real, let alone to have to go outside to survive, to get your food, to come back home or go wherever you need to be able to hold your family down. So all I'm saying is, again, I'm not fear mongering because I don't believe in living in fear. I believe in solutions over problems all day. I suggest getting to the solution of it before the problem happens. and just learn some things and put yourself in a position, a knowledgeable position to be able to hold you and your family down. Those that can righteously hold arms, get you a couple arms while you can get them. I'll say that again. Get you a couple arms while you can get them. Those that are unlawfully, those that unlawfully have arms, hold on to them things. Don't be in the alleys bucking off shots at some bullshit. And it ain't gonna be. It ain't time for that. Hold on to your arms and your bullets and things. Hold on to them. Facts, because I never had to hunt anything. That's a fact, Queen. But if shit hit the fan, listen, y'all might, hey, Queen, y'all might be out there hunting squirrels now. Come here, little squirrel, squirrel, trying to get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get to that place of space, and God forbid that that happens in our lifetime or any other lifetime. But you got to be of the mindset that with this man in office and with a lot of this stuff going on, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I'm just saying, anything's possible. And being as though anything's possible, I would say go on Amazon and other places and get a couple books that will teach you what to look for when you're outside when it comes to wild food, uh, the plants that are edible, the flowers that are edible, and those that are poisonous to you too. Won't cost you that much. Y'all eat out and eat bullshit anyway. Sacrifice a meal to get a book or two so that just in case you got some a document to go to and say, okay, this look like poison ivy, or this look like something that's edible, or this look like something good for me, or this berry look like if I eat it, I'm gonna fall the hell out. Get some things that'll help you sustain to become knowledgeable. You ain't got to read it all up on it and become some kind of guru on survival or hunting or camping and all that in one night. But at the same time, take some efforts. The same efforts you take to listen to bullshiggery, the same efforts you take to watch baddies, same efforts you take to hell watch me on this damn morning show. Take you some time to ingest some good information that could hold you down in a time where you might need, especially in the times we in of uncertainty. I'm just saying, y'all ain't got to believe me. I'm just Big Phil speaks. You feel me? But I'm just telling it like a T-I-E-I. Uh-oh. Huh? T-Mo, what's goody like tomorrow? I'm just saying, it's better to be prepared than not prepared. It's better to be right and ready than to be trying to scramble and get ready. It is better to have your ducks in a row and have your little geese around here bumping their head to the wall because they don't know which way to go. I know I'm talking silly now, but y'all get the truth of what I'm saying through the jest. Get yourself organized and and communicate with your family, man. Communicate with your family, your friends, the people that you would think that you would want to come together with in a time of emergency. Whether if it's you need to get away from your area because your area might be one of those areas that's subject to attack, a bomb attack or terrorist attack or anything. Get in contact with the family members that might live in a more rural area, more country area, or more a less populated area, or whatever the case may be, and get an understanding that just in case in a time of emergency that it's okay for you to come their way. And once you get that understanding, or y'all meet somewhere to go somewhere else, and once y'all get that understanding, map out various routes. And when I say various routes, because in case a highway is shut down, a bridge is attacked and you can't get across a bridge. What else? What other way can you get there? Even if you got to go all the way around the mulberry bush to get to where you need to go instead of going straight through, XYZ to get there. Learn, or at least have it printed out the various ways to get to where you need to go. Because guess what? There may come a time. There may come a time. Peeps King said if America gets taxed, NYC getting it first. Maybe it might be first or it might be second. Hell, DC might be first because of what DC is to the country. I'm just saying, like you just got to be prepared. And I'll say this: the thing about New York, especially New York City, is surrounded by a bunch of what bridges, a bunch of bridges over water. So y'all got you get what I'm saying? Pre Preparation is everything. That's all Imma say. Preparation is everything, and again, that does not mean to walk around in fear, scared to, going to every place but you use your smarts and your due diligence and say, "Okay, maybe right now I'll stay away from the fireworks display." Every big town and city has a fireworks display. Every big town has New Year's Eve get down, balls drop or pause, no Diddy or whatever the case may be. Maybe right now might not be the time to be in attendance for that. Maybe it might not be a time to be at every little festival going on, especially festivals of other people or whatever, 'cause, some countries, they don't see us as the enemy, but if we around when they do whatever they do, then so be it. Casualties of war, whatever. Same way this country takes the things they do overseas or whatever the case may be. I'll just say, I'll just say this, just get prepared. Queen said DC first because of the White House. That's what I'm saying, Queen. It probably would be. To keep it a buck, DC probably would be first. But NYC got too many tall buildings. That's but see, that's the thing. I don't think it'll be another 9/11 type of thing unless they were pause bombs dropped. I don't think it's gonna be no planes flown into nothing no more, but it might be on the ground activity. It might be on the ground activity. And if you got a bunch of people simultaneously doing stuff, God forbid, how much law enforcement really gonna be able to do? How much they really gonna be able to hold down if it's a whole bunch at one time, whatever. If you think back to when 9/11 happened, how that happened so fast or whatever, wasn't nobody prepared for that. Wasn't nobody prepared for the actual planes doing what they did, allegedly, and the aftermath of people trying to get away from the situation. My ex's people had to walk from Manhattan to the Bronx had to walk from Manhattan to the Bronx, and it took them all day, and could nobody get to them to kinda help pull them out. They had to walk, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the cell towers were out or whatever the case may be. It's sad this is the world we are living in. That's the fact of mundo. The trains, yeah, you gotta be mindful of the trains, subway systems, all those things, because think about this, what's the best way to alter a fight or to get the one up on your enemy or whatever the case may be, is to dismantle their defense, dismantle their ability to produce more items for defense, dismantle the way in which they can transport these things and for people to get around and et cetera, et cetera. There's a reason why they hit or allegedly hit these nuclear spots as opposed to hitting other areas that they could have hit in Iran, right? Just like here on our soil, there's a lot of places and things that would make sense that you should be mindful of just because if it cuts a portion of the population off or cuts the ability to get aid or arms to another part of the country or much needed place, then that's something to think about as you moving around as to what could be a possibility to be attacked or whatever. Crippled transportation, that's a fact. Because some of them fireworks might be bullets or some other form of ammo. That's a fact. Hey, Karen Stevenson Williams. Hey, hey. Vader Wait, what's good? He sure did, Vader Wait. Come on over to YouTube. I'm just saying, again, I'm not here to get you all riled up and be scared, but it is what it is. Life is life. And right now, life is life and outside of our control or whatever the case may be. Do what you can, learn what you can, but most importantly, continue to live your life, right? But hopefully, a lot of you all will live your life with a sense of purpose, a sense of purpose. We all with the bullshit. We all with the funds and cracking the jokes and all the things, but there comes a time where we have to also um, gain a sense of purpose in life. Gain a sense of purpose in life because I would hate for any of y'all people that I've grown to either have love for, like, or admiration, or joke around with, even the trolls, to find out something happened to you and yours by by way of you not being ready or unfortunately something hitting your area. You just didn't know about it in time to get away from it. I would hate for that to happen. You get what I'm saying? We might not get along all the time, or we might not agree on everything or whatever the case may be. But I would want any and everybody that come across my lives, my pages, my spaces, my whatever, that hears my voice. I would want for everybody to be able to live life more abundantly. And in the case of God forbid a national emergency or a natural disaster or human era, that you all could be free from disaster, free of death, free of demise, and that you can prosper and be fruitful in your families or whatever the case may be. You might not like me, I don't care, that's cool. Or you might love me. I love you back. But I want for everybody to be good. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes it takes hearing something that you might not want to hear, some shit that might be uncomfortable for your ears to ingest or whatever the case may be. I hope some of you like, I wasn't trying to come in here, all that. I hope you stayed anyway. I hope you stayed and you're paying attention because guess what? Things could change. I'm not saying that they will. I'm not saying things will get ugly, but there is a possibility, especially a strong possibility that things can happen. Hell, and if it don't happen, guess what? You just got a little bit more educated for another time in case something does happen. So think of it like that, like, okay, I'm educating myself, I'm getting myself prepared for such a time in case something happens. And if it don't happen, cool. Guess what? Later on down the line, if there is an emergency, or you also by doing it, you're teaching your children and your children's children to get prepared. You showing them a way to get prepared in case this goes out to whereas I can't broadcast and be like, "Hey, everybody, get ready. Hey, everybody, if you in the following city and states, get away from it." I don't think some people think of it that way. Like, what if the airways go out to where people can't be warned, no longer warned? All you got is the siren knowing some shit about to happen. What then? That ain't the time to be, that's the time to, "Okay, baby, we talked about this. Okay, you grab this, you grab that box of canned goods, Imma buy grab these arms. Kids, y'all get y'all backpacks or your book bags or whatever the case may be, and we heading out to our vehicles. We got to get up outta here." You feel me? Black get attacked every day of our lives. It's nothing new. Hey, yeah. Then we'll see then who's on whose side, who's against who, uh, how much people care about race. Because at a time like that, people gonna be people gonna be in survival mode, and they not gonna care. They gonna care about the skin tone, but they gonna care more about eating and more about surviving than even the skin tone. Understand that. Phil live in a NYC 1 month and breathe. You bugged out. Hey, Trina Pink, come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? I'm just saying now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I didn't come up here to just be a Philly downer. You know what I'm talking about? But I feel like it was very important and pertinent to have these conversations and things. If anybody has any conversation, any questions, anything about what has been said thus far, or you want to just ask your boy a question, Queen, come cam up, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Come talk to me. JRPR, salute. Come on over to the YouTube. I'm just saying, listen, get prepared. Those that stay ready ain't got to get ready. And the first place you need to stay ready is right here in your mind and your mentality. Get your mindset right, huh? Hey, Jolene. Hey, I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over. Listen, we all we got. Ain't that right? Look, Queen said, listen, let me tell you, I'm working. You ain't working, Queen. You just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Sorry, let me stop. I'm just messing with you, Queen. I know. Chemical warfare every day here, I see, especially in the salons. All I'm saying is this. Just be prepared, people. Just be prepared. What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What else am I missing out on, huh? What else am I missing out on? La da 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 da. Oh Lord. They say that the Diddy trial, I'll say this, the Diddy trial might be soon coming to an end, or whatever the case may be. I've been watching and certain people that have been in the courtroom have stated that the government has indeed proven every section, every clause, every subsection in the original indictment towards Diddy or whatever. That's what's being said or whatever. They said that this propaganda going out via the defense team and some of the backers that are saying otherwise. We'll never know because we're not fully in the courts, or whatever the case may be. I'm supposed to be having a special town hall meeting about it soon, or whatever the case may be. Y'all stay tuned for that. I have a special guest. I'm not gonna mention them just yet, or mention her just yet, but it should be a wonderful event. I'm gonna put a e-flyer out for that or whatever, so be on the lookout for that. But allegedly, every hold on, let me fix my little. I'm up here twisting my. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. Allegedly, every section of that original indictment has been proven, or whatever the case may be. Some people like, I don't believe it. But we shall see. I think the prosecution will be resting soon, or whatever the case may be, which means the defense gets their turn to put on their defense, or whatever the case may be. They're saying they only need a couple days to put on their defense. A lot of questioning is whether or not Diddy will take the stand himself or not, or whatever the case may be. Some are saying he should, and some are saying he shouldn't. Um, all Imma say is if I was facing all that in a bag of chips, I'm not going to not take the stand unless the lawyers just see him as not being qualified enough or sane enough or could, even tempered enough to get up there and speak and answer questions that especially not just that come from the defense his defense team, but through cross-examination from the prosecutors, then, they will advise him not to take the stand, but it probably would behoove him and be in his best interest to take the stand to say, "Listen, this is my story. This is what it is. This is what it wasn't. You got some people saying, the freak officers are just grown activities, but it's not a crime. Within itself, all of y'all are freaky. We all got a little freaky in us. But if I got to drug you or get you drunk out of your mind to where you can't even lift your limbs up like that to take advantage of you, that's where the illegalities come. If I got to blackmail you by videotaping said situations to hold it over your head or to coerce you or to threaten you or whatever the case may be to get what I want out of you, whether it's sexually, whether it's business or whatever the case may be, therein lies the illegalities of the situation, and that's the thing that the defense is going to have to sway the minds of the jury on, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm outside looking in. Royalty Lion, salute. I'm just saying, I'm on the outside looking in, but from where I'm sitting at, it's not looking good for the homie. It's not looking good for the diddler. Hey, sweet gal, come on over to the good YouTube. It's not looking good for him, or whatever the case may be. And like I said before, if he's not guilty of these things, free him. But if he's guilty, give him what he's supposed to get. It is what it is, right? Some people say, "Oh, that's cold, that's callous." But if he's done half of what they said he's done, not even everything, if he's done half of what he's done for the amount of years he's been doing it, then that's a problem. That's a problem for our community. It's a problem for our culture. It's a problem for our advancement because for somebody to hold that much weight in our culture and that much power and that much money and that much influence and to taint it all by doing some evil and allegedly illegal, evil, heinous things, we should all have a problem with that. We should all have a problem with that. Keisha said, and remember to get your emergency food kits either on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, or your local military surplus stores. That's a fact, Keisha. That's a fact. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, the Pacers. Pacers, better yet, luck next year. Pacers, better luck next year. Y'all did y'all thug fizzle, but better luck next year, huh? MC MCNY music. You never want someone going to jail, but women and children being harmed takes away that never. That's a fact. That's a fact, Mundo, and that, I think a lot more people need to stand on that. A lot of communities need to stand on that. I don't care if they of our community or of another community. If they doing those type of things to women and children or whatever the case, women and or children, something should be done about that. Something should be done about that. We should not be happy about that. We should not stand for it. We should not want to uh stamp it or condone it. I'm just saying we should not. And all this, yeah, but what about the white folks and what they doing? That's cool. And you all right. But you can't look past the Weinsteins, the Epsteins, and the people from that community that have been brought up on these charges or other charges similar or whatever the case may be that have been convicted. And even if they never have been brought up on charges or convicted, does not give it a green light for it to flourish or be a thing in our community either. I'm just saying. You can not like what I'm saying or not. I wouldn't give a damn if you was a hip hop head from the beginning. I wouldn't care if you was the number one rapper in the world, number one producer in the world, a record label owner, an A&R rep, a super fan or super stan. If it's somebody that's in power or been put in place in our community and doing heinous things to people of our doing things to people, period. They should be dealt with in a certain way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, some of y'all say you don't wish jail on nobody, but like homie said, but when it comes to women and kids being violated in such ways like that, then that never goes off the table. Is he not safe for the ball wall wall? Peeps gave you bugged out. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying, y'all being mighty quiet. Do me a favor. I forgot to say so or bring it up early. Do your boy a favor. Thank you for everybody tapping and tuning in from Facebook, of course, YouTube, Twitch, and the good X, also known as Twitters. Do your boy a favor. Come on over here and give me the thumbs up. Boop, boop, pause. No diddy. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to menage with the algorithm. More importantly, if you have not done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Boop, boop. And then after that, make sure you hit that notification bell, something like this. Beep. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drop. What? Whenever Feel the Love Fridays drop. What? Or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. What? You be a notification bell. Make sure you click and hit all because sometimes YouTube still be trapping. And we got to get past all the bullshit. We got to learn how to improvise. That's all I've been talking about is being ready, being prepared, and improvising. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, just please support the channel. I got good content coming. If you like conversations like this, and if you didn't know, even though the morning show is coming a little late, you never know what you might get on the morning show. You might get laughter, you might get tears, you might get anger, you might get joy, you might get a combination of all the above, but you're gonna be touched. Pause. One way or the other. No diddy. I can guarantee that. MCNY said, I'm a Jew myself, but I hope Harvey and Weinstein both rot in hell of jail. That shit is never cool. That's a fact, MCNY. That's a fact. Is that you, double? I think there's double A, like double A from off of X. Peeps, you silly. Salute, my brother. Appreciate you for tapping in and coming through. My thing is this, right? My thing is it goes beyond color. It goes to the core of humanity. It goes to what's right and what's wrong. It goes to um everybody living out their passion and their purpose. More importantly, their purpose, and hopefully their passion aligns with their purpose, and then they can live it out, whatever the case may be. Y'all know me. I'm a proponent for loving better, loving more, having more, living better, living smart, living educated, re-educating oneself, and doing for self. I'm a proponent for all those things, whatever the case may be. But more importantly, I'm into building relationships. I'm into building community or rebuilding it. What has been destroyed, trying to rebuild it and get us where we need to be in life and in society or whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna always be like that, no matter who like it, who dislike it, who believe what I'm saying or who disbelieve what I'm saying. But that's what I'm on, or whatever the case may be. So y'all know what I say. I move around like tires. Hopefully y'all rolling with it, brother. You feel me? That part. BOA's crazy on King David. D Dennis, y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Huh? Listen, if y'all over on last Twitters, share this live if you would on your timeline. Share this live with 1 to 7 of your peoples or whatever. I don't want you to spam your whole list. I don't want you to do that, but just share with a couple of them. Michelangelo said, "Nah, lock his ass up if he guilty. That's it. Predators need to be dealt with. That's a factor, Mundo. That's a factor, Mundo, right there." Creole said, "I just got back. What's the topic? We was talking about Frumpy Frump, the war. We talked a little bit about do dirty diddy, pause, no diddy. And now I'm just talking about life in general, Creole. Now, do you have another topic you want us to talk about, Creole? Hey, that's a fact. That's a good way to sum it up right there, Connie. Be ready. Just be ready. That's it right there. You can't make your purpose about hurting others unnecessarily, though. It always comes back around. And karma doesn't play. Those that harm women and children deserve everything they get, point blank. That's a fact, MCNY. That's a fact. A month, though. I like that one. I like that one. Hell, and again, hold on, let me make sure I pinned it to the top. I did. If you want to come up and be a special guest co-host, talk your shittery, comment to anything that we talked about, hit that link. Copy and click the link. It should bring you over. If it gives you a problem, copy and paste it in your favorite browser. Come on up, come talk to me. You at home here at GMG. We're not only a movement, we're not only the Good Morning Gang or the Good Money Gang, but we're family. So the fact that you're here, count yourself a part of the family. You just might be that distant uncle or cousin that that's all the way over there, or you might be the close little bro or little sister, whatever the case may be. Whichever it is, we family over here. So come on up here and talk to me like we at the backyard boogie, just chopping it up or whatever. And let's talk about it. Or if you might got a question you want to ask me, got a question, you want to know something, you want to learn something, come on up here and talk to Big Phil Speaks. Why not? Oh, that's what's up, Creole. I can dig it. Dana Mac, GMG, all the way live. Again, for those that are just coming in, tapping in, tuning in, this is a later version of the Good Morning Gang Morning Show because there was a power outage, not just where I'm at, but like in the area. It was bad. Ah, and it's probably due to heat. Because sometimes the heat will do it. But anywho, I was determined to put on the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. I said, no, no, even though time getting late, I said, as soon as that power come back on and I see that it's stable, I'm going live. I'm gonna show the Weebles perseverance. Huh? Perseverance. And here I am. Visionary West. What's goody like the mob? Come on over to YouTube. How y'all feeling on this wonderful Monday though? Y'all ready to tackle this good work week? Huh? Y'all ready to get up, get out, and get something? Y'all out here making it happen in the midst of this heat, whether it's sunny heat, whether it's raining, storming, whatever the case may be. Are you ready? Yo me, yo my. Come on over to the good YouTube. You know where we at, even though we late with it. Even though we late with it. Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Huh? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Imagine getting peep ski, shut your ass up. That's right. We weeples. We weeples. Dana Mac, that's it right there. We all weeples. We all we got. You feel me? No matter if you're in DC, no matter if you're in Alabama, no matter if you're in Texas, no matter if you're in Florida, no matter if you're Cali, LA to the Bay, you know what I'm saying? No matter if you're in Michigan, Oklahoma, New York City, upstate New York, Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Wherever, we all we got. Listen, I hope all is well with you and your families. I hope that the news and the events that are permeating the news waves and airwaves or whatever are not getting you down or having you at your job like biting your little your gel nails off or your acrylics off, or fellas got you snatching your hair out to making it like George Jefferson, something like that. Do not live in fear. Do not live in fear. Do not live in fear. That part. Crochet Love by D. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Or where we at? Good afternoon to ye. You hear me? Listen. You got to have that libation in you. That's another thing. Part of preparedness is making sure you got clean water or the ability to make clean water in case the sanitation system go out. I'm just saying, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. You can't sit here all your life and think things are gonna be laid out for you because life will throw you a hook off the jab and have you woozy out here looking crazy. Peepskin says hot. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Excuse me. Hold on, let me refresh this joint right here. Okay, we up to par. Excuse me. Anywho, what else am I missing? What else is trending? What else is going on that I might not, excuse me, have been paying attention to? And life will fog you up, huh? Love Ariel. Hey, hey, no, this is not my official time, Love Ariel. What happened was there was a power outage in my area and it was out for a couple hours. So I wasn't able. I was up and ready to do the show at 8 o'clock, but I couldn't get it done or whatever because I had no power. You know what I'm saying? I had no powers. I couldn't do it from my phone. I did start to do it spaces, but I said, "Nah, I'm just gonna wait till whenever the power come on and come do the show or whatever." LED Paul, salute. Was goody like the mob, huh? But no, this is not my new time area. It's still 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time in the mornings, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It seems like it's always been something happening. But guess what? You're about to go to a new level, when you're about to get a promotion, when you're about to elevate, when things good about to happen, some bullshittery always comes along. Always. It never fails. That's why a lot of things I keep under the cuff. I don't talk about a whole lot. But I do got some things coming up, some special things about to happen. But I don't put too much out there because of situations just like that. Because sometimes when you talk about things or you're doing things, sometimes the devil sees it and gets busy and operates within things, within people, even sometimes within places. It makes things go awry. So sometimes you got to shh and just chill. Stop keeping your ass up all night. Dang, I wasn't though. I wasn't up all night. I went to bed probably about one something. I don't know what time it was, but it wasn't that late. I was up one time. My alarm. Matter of fact, I beat my alarm up. I woke up at 6 something this morning. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was up at 6 in the morning, and the power was out. I said, God damn it. Fortunately, my phone was charged up, and fortunately, my little backup battery joint was good. You know what I'm saying? It was charged up. I was like, God, hey, Love Area, what you looking at? I mean, not Love Area, Dana Mac, what you looking at? I wasn't up late. I feel you, Phil. I hope you stay on and good morning. I sure will, Ariel. I sure will. Never mind, it ain't morning for you. Good morning, good afternoon, all that though. It's the sentiment. The person you shake hands with could have horns, and you'll never know. Figuratively speaking, it's always your own people. MCNY, that part right there. Say that. Well, that right there. Aha. Phil, what do you think of Jim Jones comparing himself to Nas? I'm glad you brought that up. I fucks with Jim Jones heavy, but he done bumped his everlasting noggin. Jim Jones done bumped his everlasting noggin. Matter of fact, hold on, because I had a compare. I'm glad you brung that up. I'm about to send that over and pull that up. Jimmy Capo, if you see this, understand it's love, but Slim. The men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't, champ. Hold on, let me upload this real quick. Let me get this in here. Let me get this in here. Do, 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 baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, new image. I'm glad you brung that up. I'm glad that was a good seg. What the figure down? Do 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 do. Okay, 6 9 6. I mean 7669. There you go. Bomb. Okay, let me make sure it's edited properly. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Keisha Hall. Let me get this off of here. Let's do the numbers. All right, move that up. Let's do the numbers. Age, Nas is 51, Jim Jones is 48. Okay, Jim Jones got him by a couple years, got him by a couple years. Monthly Spotify listeners, Nas, 9.2 million of them peoples. 9.2 million of them weeples. Jim Jones, a respectable 860,000. Wow. A respectable 860,000. Wow. But that's less than a tenth of the listeners that Nas got going on. Net worth. Nas got a cool estimated 80 mil ticket. And Jim Jones got a respectable 10 mil. 10 million allegedly, right? But that's still just an eighth of what Nas is purported to have, huh? Singles released, 79 plus singles released, whereas Jim Jones has had 47 singles released. Respectable across the board, right? Billboard hot entries. Nas has had 15 plus. Whereas Jim Jones has only had two of them things. Platinum albums. Nas has had eight of them things. Jim Jones, unfortunately, at the moment, ain't had none. One's Helen from Queens, one Helen from Harlem. Now, the thing of this, the one thing I do know for sure and do know for certain, Jim Jones has become a master marketer. Jim Jones has become a master marketer. He know good and well his stats don't add up to Nas or whatever the case may be. I get what he's saying though, but like current motion or whatever the case may be, Jim Jones definitely has current motion or whatever the case may be. But Nas has current motion and legendary status from all the body of works that he's done or whatever the case. So let's be clear. There are levels, Jim. There's levels, Capo. There's levels to this, Slim, and you're not dead quite yet. I respect the hell out of Jim, but Nas has a legitimate case for being the GOAT, period. That's a fact of Mundo. Notorious. Good morning, gang. Was good. He like the mob. Yes, it's differences. Jim Jones is not influential at all. He is not a better rapper than Nas. But one thing I'll say Jim Jones is a better marketer and promoter. He know that this stuff, even though it's clickbaitish in a way, he know this is gonna garner conversations. It's gonna bring his name up in the algorithm. It's gonna change the algorithm and make it work in his favor. So Jim know what he's doing. I definitely think he was trolling. He can't be serious. That's a fact. That's a fact. He know what he doing. He trying to manipulate the algorithm to have his name, have Jim Jones percolating in the algorithm, and it's working. What? Because we talking about other people been talking about this. Other people been doing reviews over his commentary and such, and they've been talking about it. So Jim Jones does get a plus in that. He markets better than Nas. I'll say that. He markets better than Nas. I will say that. However, Jimmy. I hope you just trolling. I hope you just trolling and promoting. You hear me? I hope you just marketing because Slim, come on now. And I get it. You said, well, he had his time and Days of Old and all these things, but the brother just dropped what three joints last year, three whole projects, or was it four? Huh? Who doing that? Doing it out their own pocket and doing and dropping quality material at that in a day and age where everything is dropping so fast and it is hot for a microwave minute, then it go about as a business. Who doing that, huh? Nas got somebody to do all that for him. I know that's right. Jim Jones only has ball and Nas has a plethora of hits of songs and albums. Nas just went on a career defining run and he's on his fourth decade. Jim is a hustler and I can't knock it, but Nas is Nas. You gotta relax. That's a fact of Mundo. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Hey Jimmy, Cabo, chill out, chill. I get it. You feel like me. I'm him. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like me. However, there's other people that's like them. You feel me? If Nas is one of them ones, you hear me? Jimmy, he went up against Hove. He went against Hove, Jimmy. He went toe to toe with No. Bong bong. You feel me? That right there deserves super respect right there because a lot of these other rappers are scared to touch Hove. They scared to mention him in a either derogatory way or in a battle tested way or a battle ready way. Understand that. They scared either Hove gonna end a career or make him look like some bullshittery. Nas stood right in there like what? 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 Des and D, super. Nas just not a talker like Jim Jones. Yeah, I give you that. There's other people that's like this, the real estate. Hey, hey, MC. Well, I'm just saying because I can think I'm whoever I want to be, or I can be whoever I really am. But there's other people that's like who they are too. I'm just saying, you feel me? Even Jewels and Cam won't pick Jim Jones over. Damn it, Jim. Now that might be a fact of Mundo right there. And I fuck with Jim. I like some of his music. I like where he with his stuff, whatever. But come on, son. In the words of Ed Lover, come on, son. I don't know what he was smoking on, whatever tree he was smoking on, whatever liquors he was libating on. Pause. Sipping on. Pause. He need to take that back where it came from and go back to sleep and wake up on the right side of the bed and say that he think he better than Nas. Because if Jimmy, if you think you better than Nas, you might as well say you think you better than Hov. Come on now. Get to it. But you ain't gonna do that because of the Rock Nation affiliation. Huh? You're not gonna do that, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. But Notorious, I think that was I mean, Keisha Hall, I think that was a great question that to ask or whatever, and I'm glad because I already had that set aside because I was thinking about doing a pre-recorded video on the situation or whatever the case may be. Hey, Cassie, hey, how you doing? Happy Monday. Listen, shout out to Jim Jones. Shout out to bending the algorithm pause to your benefit. If we could all do that, bend it, or whatever the case may be, make it go viral here and there, or even if you don't make it go viral, make it do what it do to get your numbers right and get your monetization right. Have at it. And to me, Jimmy know what he's doing. He doing it at such a time. He probably got a project that either just dropped or about to drop. So he putting his name and likeness in the algorithm to bring up controversy. And what it do if he got something that's about to drop, people gonna want to hear it to say, okay, all right, Jimmy, you got this new project. Let's see what it's doing. Let's see what it's all a game. And people will go back to his old catalog and re-listen to see if there's some gems and jewels, some hidden joints that they forgot about or didn't pay attention to. Jim is smart in that way. I give him that. I didn't even think of the Rock Nation affiliation. Jay need to call different type of rappers that get different type of respect. But Nas' lyrical prowess is far greater than Jim Jones. That is a fact of Mundo. That is a fact of Mundo. Speaking of Rock Nation, Nicki spoke down on Rock Nation in retaliation. Jay Z invited Cardi B to Paris to to the Beyonce tour, and that has Nicki in actual tears. I mean, hey, I don't know why, because Nicki Minaj is a machine all in herself. She got good backing, but Nicki Minaj, listen, once you get to a point where you headlining your own tours and all these things, money is different. Money is different. Money is different. And I know Rock Nation has a lock on a lot of things, but they not the end all be all. Not to my understanding. Um, but they do hold a lock on some things, some situations. But there's money to get out here for everybody. I think that Nicki should just concentrate on making great music, making it do what it do, and shutting critics up. And the same goes for Jim Jones. If you think you that one, if you think you that naga, Jimmy, then make the music to shut the critics up. Make me a believer. Make me a believer that you better than Nas. Make me a believer. I would love to see it. Now, I'll say this: you definitely got some dope songs, and you talk that talk, and you are a hustler supreme. I'll give you that. But better than Nostradamus, better than Escobar season, better than it was written, better than Stillmatic, better than Illmatic, better than all these things. Come on, Cletus. MC, and when I say I miss Lauryn Hill, that's all I'll say. That part, man. Ah, I might need to develop a meth habit to believe. I'm gonna say this though, right? I just wish, speaking of Lauryn Hill, I wish she would have got that right with her production team and backup singers or whatever and writers, because that album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, she has not been able to recreate that energy, that vibe since then. She's had a couple little, moments or whatever, but that vibe, that energy, that from that production team, that writer team, and whatnot from that first album. Ah, man, they had so much more to give the world, and I think she did herself a disservice by not, giving proper credit where credit was due or whatever the case may be. Um, and for whatever reason, I don't think she's been able to find it in other teams or whatever the case may be. I don't know how true it is about her being hard to work with or not. I don't know about none of that, but what I do know is the miseducation of Lauryn Hill is one of them ones. Miseducation might be the greatest female-driven record in the history of urban music. It ranks. That's a fact. That's a fact. I can listen to that whole album and not skip nothing, from the skits down to the songs. I can listen to the whole thing today as if it just came out. Today as if it just came out. That's what you call timeless music. That's when you get to talk about classics. You hear me? She bad though. She just might need the right writer. That's the thing. That's the thing. She had a team. She had a team, Dana Mac, that put together that damn Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, she can recreate that energy and that magic, or make amends with that original group if they still together or still around, and get in the lab and do something for nostalgia's sake, do something for old times' sake, do something for the people that want to hear the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill 2, or whatever you would name it, or call it the re-education of Lauryn Hill. Ooh! I think that would be one of the ones. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work. That's a fact of Mundo. Teamwork makes the dream work. If she could repair that bridge to them writers and that production team she had, and they could do a project called The Re-Education of Lauryn Hill, and come with that sound, I'm just saying, Lauren would have a monster on her hand. She needs to do the right thing, apologize, and go get him. That's it right there. Dead stupid, said Lauryn Hill sniffed too much sage. Ah! Damn it, Jim. I've always looked at Lauren as one of the dopest talents ever. And I'll say this, right? A lot of people think hip hop and rap is dead and R&B is dead and all these things. And be honest, there's a lot of bullshit out there. But I think there's a resurgence of things happening, a resurgence to where bars matter, to where subject matter matters, content and context matters, um, singing and singing matters, or whatever the case may be, above and beyond the auto tunes and all these things. As far as the R&B side, I think things are really coming around in cycle or whatever the case may be for hip hop, for rap, for R&B, for soul music. I think it's really coming around because there's a lot of dope artists, a lot of dope artists. That's a fact, Lamb. Definitely a go. Dana Max said, "Lord, crazy as hell though. It ebbs and flows. It's coming back around." That's a fact. That's a fact. And honestly, I think that's the real reason why Andre 3000 has not dropped a rap or hip hop project or even yeah, a hip hop project or whatever because of the era that we were in with like mumble rap and all that. And I think he didn't want his music compared to or watered down by or stifled by the popularity of like mumble rap and certain other things, lean and perkin uh flow type of rap or whatever the case may be. I don't think that he wanted want his artistry to be to fall in the shadows of that or whatever the case may be. But once things really get back in the swing of lyricism and content and artistry and talent, whatever the case may be, I'm pretty sure Andre 3000 gonna get in the booth and do something special. I'm just gonna say it. Nah, I can't shoot three stacks that bail. He had 20 years. But think about the last 20 years though, MCNY. Think about the last 20 years. Think about what music has been like. Think about it. Think about it. She did her Thriller out the gate from one studio musician, said that she wasn't hard to work with, but hard to get in the studio to create. She didn't care like Andre 3000. Interesting, Michelangelo. Interesting. But yeah, that album definitely is her Thriller. But I still think she got, what I'm saying, a couple left in her. I think she still got. You sure that was her Thriller or was that her Off the Wall though, Mike Angelo? Which one? You think the Miseducation was her Thriller or was that her Off the Wall? 'Cause Off the Wall was off the hook too. I'm just saying, bro. 20 years Dre dropped a solo record before, but look what that did though. Look what that did though. MCNY. Look what that did. That didn't do that great neither though. You got to understand. Well, I'll say this right. I for somebody like that's eclectic of an artist like Andre 3000, I don't know him personally, but what I'm sensing is that he cares about how his artistry is perceived and taken. On the one hand, but then on the other hand, he doesn't. Thus, the flute album or whatever the case may be, he's going to do what he wants to do. But for somebody that gets on any track that he gets on embodies the 16, bodies the 16 or 32 or whatever he put in his verse to, or whatever the case may be, that's somebody that still got the love and the passion for it and that thinks about what he's gonna say, that it just ain't getting in the booth and just and I'm a and we doing it and we getting it, like no, he's really a calculated artistic rapper. I'm just saying I'm just saying artistry is artistry. I think he just wasn't motivated. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't motivated because of what was going on and going around. To me, MCNY, that I feel like he wasn't motivated because the scene, what was being pushed, what was being made popular. Andre 3000 was bugging for saying "Sexy Red" was fire though. Yeah, yeah, he definitely that 3 stacks, 3 thou wow, you was bugging. You definitely was bugging with that one. You definitely was bugging 3 stacks. Keep your heart 3 stacks, keep your heart. Don't put Sexy Red a part of it 3 stacks, don't put her apart. My bad, it was her off the wall. Yeah, yeah. I think her Thriller is yet to happen. I think her Thriller is yet to happen, Michelangelo. I think she still got a Thriller in her. She get her head in the right space and get with the right production team, especially if she can get back to that team that did the Miseducation. Good God. Doing a verse every 2 years doesn't require the same commitment as an album. That's a fact. He did an interview talking about it after the Fluke joint. That you absolutely right about that, MCNY. You absolutely right. There's a big difference. There's a big difference or whatever. But I don't think people should write him off, though. I don't think that he should be written off that easy or whatever. And the fact that people still are talking about him 20 years later and he has not dropped a single album, like a solo album yet. The fact that he stay in people's uh, mental place when it comes to great lyricists and great rappers and all these things, that says a lot. Got Juice, what's good? It was context to him saying Sexy Red was fire. Got Juice, expound on that. Let us know. Expound on that a little bit. What was the context? That's interesting you said that. Expound on that, my brethren. Say when it all falls down. Three Stacks is incredible. Can't ever take that from Dope is Dope. Now that's a fact. The Mundo. There's a couple other artists that I feel like should get more just due. Singers and rappers alike or whatever. But I like to see things coming around. I'm about to drop another what I call them a free open verse joint I'm doing over this beat or whatever the case may be. I'm about to drop that probably in the next couple days or whatever. This one is a little bit more lyrical or whatever the case may be. Hopefully y'all will like it. I think y'all will though. I do a little something. I do a little something. Just let them know that the old fella can still do it. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't chasing no deal or nothing. Now, hey, if you're a young rapper or something, you need somebody to write for you. I'm more Ghost than Amari. You hear me? More Ghost than Amari Hardwick. You hear me? Get at me. I'll bring your dream to reality. You hear me? But I just do it on the strength. And plus some of the people that knew me and know me, they've been waiting for something from Big Phil for a minute. So I'm about to drop a good project is where I've been working on it on the low ski. I've been working on the low ski. Y'all about to see a whole nother side to Big Phil speaks or whatever. And I'm pretty sure you'll like it. And if you don't like it, two beans in a bucket. Fuck it. You just need to do a remix of that song, Phil, because you love the falls down. No, the hell I don't. I hear a lot of E40 and Forte and some of the stuff. Really, Forte? Rapping Forte? Shout out to Rapping Forte, but nah, I don't sound nothing like no damn Rapping Forte. Now, there's some other Bay Area, I guess, because I do have the Bay Area and what you call it. I got you. I got you. I got you. Dana won the internet with that comment. Right, because I loves to fall down. It's crazy. Not and I get the E40 thing because of the use of words that I use, some of the words that I use, whatever. I get that or whatever. But some of the lingo that he uses, he get from the Bay Area too, or whatever. Like the term hella and hecka come from Hayward. It don't even come from Oakland or Sacramento or Vallejo. It comes from Hayward, where I actually stayed or whatever. So fun fact on Bay Area slang or whatever. But it is what it is. Mhm. But I think this next one y'all gonna see that, you know what I'm saying? I can put it together, pause. I can put the verbiage together like none other. You hear me? But we gonna see. We gonna see. Phil sounds like shit. No, the hell I don't, dude. All falls down. Tackle pushing Woody remix. Now that's funny. That damn funny. That's so funny. Y'all are bugged out. Not the all falls out tackle pushing Woody remix. Listen, any producers though, you got some beats. Send me your 10 pack. Send me some of your hot shit, and let me make it do what it do. What I'm start doing eventually is I'm gonna start putting something out every quarter too, just because I want to. It'll be on all your service providers, streaming providers, and I'm gonna start doing limited edition hard copies, whether it be actually on CD or actual thumb drives or whatever. I'm gonna actually do like a limited run, maybe 1,000 joints or whatever for now of each joint. Phil, you need to get active on your page. Why don't you head out to Cali and show us your old stomping grounds? I would watch that content. Keisha Hall, coming soon. Coming soon. Coming. There's some things in the work, Keisha Hall. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Coming soon. There's some things. There's some things in the works or whatever where I might be coming to your town, her town, his town, or whatever the case may be. And of course, the Yay area gonna be part of that. Huh? I'd be foolish not to. Why not? Take y'all on my old block where I lived at. I wonder if my ex and her family, well, the ex don't. I wonder if the family still live in that house across the street. Something to think about. Phil had work in the 80s. Oh, man. Y'all are bugged out. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, as I started this show, just get yourself prepared. Stay woke. I know it's cliche. Is stay woke. Get yourself prepared. Talk to your loved ones. Get your roots together, just in case the things that we have grown accustomed and complacent to go out and we can't use them. Get yourself ready because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. You hear me? But while we here living, we got to be able to adapt and live it out as best as possible in spite of the things that we don't have control over. That part. Phil said moving right along. Nah, it's all good. Phil, come to my town and bring that thing. Pause. Pause. I don't know what thing you talking about there, but around pause. No Diddy. But yeah, the beginning of the show wasn't to bring nobody down, make people fearful, frightful, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, super pause, but to give insight and hopefully encourage you to have the conversations with family members, across the country and gain an understanding in case there's a national crisis or whatever the case may be, or things go left or things go wrong or whatever the case may be. And more importantly, keep your mental intact. Keep your sanity intact. Better be mumbo sauce. Y'all are bugged out. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I like to say. Smile because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you, but I am pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon to the next time we can chop it up and have a tater. What? Until that day, I definitely holler, baby. Yeah.
OGMG, we're one big happy family. We're GMG, one big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil speech. Yeah.
G-O-G-A. Listen, get your ass up out of here. Go do something with your life. Huh? Live it to the best of your abilities and live it right. That part. We up out of here. Ah, holla. Yeah.